Hey, anybody out there? I never announced these. Come on, anybody. Jump in. Saturday, 5:13 Eastern Standard Time. 5:13 Eastern Standard Time. We're talking about freedom. Canadian trucker story. Not that big in the US. Are you with the convoys? Are you for the mandates? Are you a busybody that wants to tell everybody what to do? Are you an anal retentive yes man? Are you the kind of person that loves to tell people what to do? Are you the kind of person that just loves to accuse people of crap? Justin Trudeau of Canada accusing people of evil, saying that they have SWAT stickers and Confederate flags. I don't think this accusation has been proved. I'm not condoning swastikas or Canadian or the not the Union Jack, the Confederate flag. But how far do you want to take it? Do you want to ban the Dukes of Hazzard General Lee car? Hi, my friend Mela. Good afternoon, wherever you are. We're talking about freedom and the truckers. Now, even if you think they're disgusting and they shouldn't question any mandate of anything, there has been an elderly woman trampled by mounted police at the freedom protest in Ottawa. Oh, Canada, we stand on thee. Mounted police in Ottawa endeavored to clear protesters with the freedom convoy from the streets on Friday, writes PM Online magazine, following a charge by mounted police officers into a crowd of protesters. Conflicting reports have emerged as to the condition of an elderly woman. Well, she's dead. According to Fox News, Sarah Carter, the woman trampled by the mounted patrol, may have passed away at the hospital. Yes, she did. So there won't be any outcry about her in the U.S. She has a sweet face, whatever. I admire anybody up there who can stand in that cold in those trucks. Have you heard about? I know what freedom. Have you heard? Are you with the truckers, MF? The Canadian truckers. I have my Canadian shades on today. The land of hockey. The land of the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Canadians of Montreal. Incredible. Incredible. I'll leave that out there. Okay, here we go. The post millennial. I don't think they're talking about millennial kids that freak people out. I just think that's the name of the magazine. Okay, so of course you are for the truckers. Right, the supply chain. Yeah, that might happen. They'll probably blame the supply chain problems on the Canadian truckers. There we go. Yeah, probably. Today, we celebrate the truckers. Believe it? Also, they're using the pepper spray, the clubs, the horses against the Freedom Convoy. 100 plus people arrested. In other news, Jean-Luc Bernal, a Jeffrey Epstein associate, is found dead in a French prison. They're calling him the pimp for Epstein. Ghislaine Maxwell fears Are they backing down on this? Gates himself has said natural infection was doing a better job of, oh, now it's okay. I'm not saying anything about something that I'm going to be accused of some type of misinformation. Just saying. Yes. Yes. I agree. We might have to forego some of our lousy processed foods. No, I don't know. Ottawa police use pepper spray. If you go on the social media platforms, even whatever type of ones, there's just numerous footage of them actually riding people over in the horses. Incredible, my friend. Freedom Convoy in the USA. The Freedom Convoy. Yeah, that's exactly. The Freedom Convoy, quote, the Freedom, quote unquote, the Freedom Convoy trucker protests have worsened supply chain issues. Here's what you need to know. American Truckers Freedom Convoy to D.C. to launch on the 23rd. The Capitol is gritting for potential quote-unquote freedom protests at the State of the Union. Oh, no. The freedom. There'd be too much freedom. Is there a lot of people that don't like freedom in me? Oh, my gosh. No. I'm Amy Goodman from Democracy Now! Democracy Now! Peace and Freedom Watch. The so-called Freedom Convoy has Confederate flags, like the Dukes of Hazzard. What Tucker Carlson's love for the Freedom Convoy reveals. This is MSNBC. We're still tracking the Steele dossier. Hey, we've got 2 listeners. Everybody jump in. One of the most unpopular stream things of the internet is back. The Freedom Convoy. Oh no, it's headed to the U.S. U.S. small donors. So far, you know that they've taken people's pets away. In Canada, taking pets away. I couldn't believe it. It's a real story. Freedom Convoy protests threatening with losing their pets. Confiscating pets. We have to do it because this is awful. Pets brought to convoy demonstration protesters could be seized. The stakes arose. There's one reporter on Twitter that was covering the thing, and she's like, she's covering, but she's like, oh, she's just taking pictures of where the trucks were, and now they weren't there. Oh, the other day this was packed, but now it's not. Do you think? Isn't that good, really? It's your fault about the supply chains. Oh my gosh, I lost 2 visitors, friend. Yeah. The pets. Police in Ottawa mobilized for imminent crackdown. Ottawa bylaw threatens to seize pets. What the hell is that? You take away their pets? The police closing in. There was one video of some guy like, "Shut up, I can't sleep." So that's what they've done. The brave police up there ran over an old lady with their horses. That's great. Excellent work. I must evoke the emergency powers. I must evoke emergency powers. I am the leader of Canada. The Economist. Oh, that's a good magazine. And what about what about the awesome withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan? Oh, great. And now constantly threatening that there's a war and that the Russians will invade Ukraine. And Blinken's like, "Do not invade Ukraine, I implore you." What if they don't do anything? Looks stupid. Stupid. How are you? Freedom. Freedom! Taking the pets away. Oh my God. That is just beyond disgusting. We'll take your pets away and you'll never be able to do anything. Liberté. Liberté. Freedom. Of course, they did it first. Because if they know about the American ones, of course, Joe Biden. Hunter Biden agreed to interview us at the Emerald Escort Service, where he usually hangs out. Truckers divide. The investment magazines are even worse. Truckers are divided. Really, there's a lot of truckers that are divided on this. Yeah. I don't know. Every picture, I'm not seeing any Union, any freaking Confederate flags at all. Nothing but Canadian flags. I don't see any freaking swastikas, you dope. Justin Trudeau dope. I like how they accuse people all the time of fascism, and their families are obviously families of the heartland in the U.S. or different places, or Canada, who freaking beat the crap out of the Nazis in World War II, but they're fascists now. Black. Liberté. Liberté. What about the yellow vest? In France and in Vienna, thousands demonstrating. Let's take a look around the world right now. Vax mandate. Protest. VIENNA. Let's look at it right now. We're looking at the most evil website in the world. Thousands protests in Vienna. I heard it was millions. Very scary, Austria says. Compulsory vaccines. There are actually people who have taken the vax worldwide. They're vaxxed and they don't like the idea of the mandates. Let's see who's winning. Oh, in Boston, Mass, they have lifted proof of vaccine requirement. Let's say about New York City. New York. $100 in planning is that. What if an employee refuses to come to work for fear of infection? Educating your workforce is a critical part of your facilities, your workplace. Generally, your employer may require you to come to work during COVID-19 pandemic. However, some government emergency orders may affect which businesses can remain open during the pandemic. How did the pandemic start? When will it end? Isn't anybody mad at Governor Cuomo for putting COVID positive people in with the elderly people? Oh, is that not true? Double mask. Yes. Vax mandate. Los Angeles. It's proof of vax required. Okay, strict mandate. Governor Newsom. You have to be tested on a weekly basis. Vaccination. Do U.S. truck drivers have to be vaccinated for COVID-19? The U.S. mandate announced in October requires all essential foreign travelers, including truck drivers who cross the U.S. land into port, to be fully vaccinated. Okay, I should probably not be reading that stuff because I could be given information. I just read stuff that was on Google, so I hope you don't delete my awesome site. LFR. Yeah, hello. JR. Are you the occultist guy who writes the stories? I forget, JR. How you doing? Again, this is not misinformation. I'm reading only headlines from Google. U.S. truck convoy. Freedom convoy. Oh, they're gonna get arrested. The quote unquote freedom convoy. Mike Lindell says we'll drop pillows for the freedom convoy. Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Star. The misguided freedom convoy has thrown Canada under the bus. Ah, some middle class and poor truckers have ruined everything. The Canadian police have begun. The misguided freedom convoy. This from thestar.com. I don't know what that is. Cool. How are you doing, Jonathan? I take it you're for the freedom convoy, I hope. How are the occultists on the what do you call it? On all this stuff. Maybe A.E. Kowetting, who's the Ugis guy. I had done this joke about people who would be involved in the occult because they needed to pay off their extreme credit card debt. So they do some kind of working or ritual to summon devil or something. And apparently that guy had in his classes, like how to be a black magician, the A.E. Coedding guy used to be very popular, or undergroundy popular. And one of the guys read the stuff and did what he was saying. So now he shut off. And I haven't done that joke anymore because I can't believe some guy did it. And I can't believe he wrote it, though, because I don't know. One of the greatest things about Canada is America never paid attention to us. America dominated the cocktail party with narcissistic chest thump. Okay, they don't even have this story. Okay, sorry, that was the Star. It's 99 cents a week. Quote-unquote Freedom Convoy to launch February 23rd. The Freedom Convoys, they're the ones who have ruined the supply chain. It wasn't you guys like stopping everybody. I mean, trucks do everything, but most of the stuff does initially come on a giant container trucks, right? Container ships. How about that container ship that conveniently jammed the Suez? What's up with that? Counter protester. What kind of goody? What kind of goody would be drive up to Canada? I'm a counter protester, and I'm with Prime Minister Trudeau, and I'm glad that they trampled. Cool. Individuality, freedom. I'm glad they trampled the old lady up there. That wasn't that nice. That wasn't nice. I'm reading for Newsweek here. We're obviously prepared for counter protesters. They were trying to arrest people for helping them with fuel. Tamara Litch, 47, is a very beautiful woman up there. She's apparently the organizer, and they arrested her. Law enforcement would take imminent action. Well, how about the Prime Minister have gone down there to talk to the people to avoid all this? Oh, no. That's from New World Order Newsweek. They're not as bad as some of them. USA Today said Joe Biden is the most... Wait, I gotta look this up. If you can't believe it, they say he's the most popular... USA Today. This is incredible. This is a real thing. Joe Biden, most popular president. Swear. Oh, they changed their mind. Why is Biden now less popular than Trump? He earned it. Fact check. Joe Biden won most votes ever. Now they don't like him, though. Fact check. Jen Psaki. Jen Psaki almost guarantees nuclear war with Russia. She's annoying enough. 5 elections do not Joe Biden. I am not saying anything about the elections, so don't shut this thing down. Just saying, at one point, USA Today Said he was most popular. Kamala Harris approval rating, I think, is at 27 or lower. Biden promised to unify us, and he did. We all agree he's failing, so they don't like him either. It's a red flag. America's image abroad, not that good. Why is Biden so unpopular? It could be possible that it's because he sucks. Is the pandemic stupid? After yelling at everybody who was enjoying the pandemic is going to give people a hard time. Now, get that mask off and get out there and work. I thought you said it was dangerous. No, lazy. Get out there. Biden's approval rating, 37.8. Is that what people say? Why do you like Biden? I don't like Trump. That's it. We've got a Russian dude on. Is that Russian guy real there? How are you doing, Russian guy? Streaming. We've got 2 listeners. I hope this is good. We're just merely reading the headlines. I was going to say Yahoo, YouTube. Look at the difference now. The probably two of the most popular news conglomerate sites now are Drudge still, and then this one that got developed as an anti-Drudge called Rantingly, which is getting pretty big. Nowhere near Drudge, I guess, but let's look at the different headlines. So Rantingly, the anti-Drudge, has Ottawa police use pepper spray clubs horses against Freedom Convoy. Elderly woman trampled by mounted police, and a sad day for Canada. 100 arrested. Let's take a look at the Drudge Report top headlines. Rantingly had the picture of the freaking lady. Okay, now Drudge has a very suggestive headline of Putin looking like smart, like, oh yeah, Putin wants Kiev. Ukraine officials attacked. Massive nuke drill. So it's clearly hysteria. Drudge is pumping up the idea that, we got to get in there and get war with Ukraine. There's no stories that are in any way sympathetic to the plight of the Canadian truckers. So his other headlines are truckers arrested at gunpoint as police advance against Ottawa protests. They're arrested at so that's like getting serious. This is so serious they have to be arrested at gunpoint. Nothing about trampling an old lady to death with your horses. Here's other things. Attractive people have stronger immune systems. Okay. Who is QAnon? I'm not advocating QAnon. Or not. But they're finding him. Race is on to save the cargo ship with the burning cars. So Ghislaine Maxwell's pimp found abused Prince Andrew sex slave. Those of you who don't know, Prince Andrew has settled with that woman that took him out there. It looks like he's going to get out of the problem. capitalist gridding for potential convoy protest. Have I experienced anything crazy since bringing the monolith into my home? Oh, well, that's a weird question. I mean, I have not, I've thought stuff like that. Like if you bring in, I mean, I have not really, and I think because I haven't given it any, thought that way. But that's a good question. Is it self, even though it's a model? Does it evoke anything being involved in it? That is really interesting. I might not be as sensitive to that type of thing because of different jobs I've done and stuff I'm doing right now. I have to kind of not give too much focus to the empowering such things. But definitely, if you focus a lot of energy into that type of thing, I'm sure it could do something. The monolith. Have you seen JR? I've got a weird YouTube that has won a film festival in India. I have about the 9/11 and the about the no, you got me on that. No, I knew you were joking, and that's why I gave a half joke, half serious answer. Well, what was it? Shoot, I lost what I was trying to say. About giving energy to stuff. I have another cloaked guy that looked cool that I put on some books of mine, and his back broke. It's like a Giordano Bruno. Yeah, 9/11 and the Sentinel. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, 9/11 the Sentinel. I won a festival with that. It's weird. It's very dark. I just showed it to some people and they thought it was too dark. It's like one of these things. I made it, and I don't even know how much I agree with the concept. The people were talking about it was one of the many side stories of that event, and there's a really black looking hotel. It's a Hilton hotel that was behind the Trade Center, and it looked, like the monolith. So people focus on it, but I mean, that wasn't. It's a slideshow creepy video. It's almost like a music video with creepy. Let me see if I can get it in the liner notes here. Let's see. Yeah, 9/11. So like I made it and it doesn't appear. I mean, it really just could be definitely mean absolutely nothing. And there's another one I did on the Oculus. And is there any meaning to the Oculus? The Oculus, for those of you who don't know, is a train station across the street from the World Trade Center, and it's a big eye, and it looks like this. It's the Oculus. I have tons of videos that I meant when I've been there a bunch of times and taken pictures. And on September 11th, it opens up, and it's an eye. It's an Oculus, and I made one about it, and it looked like people were around it, and they were forming an eye. It's like another thing. You don't know if it's just weird or means something, but it's weird looking. No doubt about it. The Oculus train station, and 9/11 and the Sentinel. I won an award from the Gona Film Festival out in a certain region of India. I did. I actually did. Best stop motion short film. Because it is pretty good. It definitely gives you a mood. And I had the Y2K came, and they thought that would jam the computers up, and that didn't happen. So the idea was the energy got built out. Everybody's absolutely frightened in some way or concerned that nothing happened, and they were deflated, and they weren't ready technically, mentally, spiritually, what have you. And then the September 11th happened. There it is. So the Oculus one is even weirder. Or kind of. And this is, it's disturbing. I've got the trade towers. So that's what I was talking about. It's a lot of weird things people say. The trade towers, they look like tridents. There's definitely a feeling that New York, I've got to get rolling, guys. I'll check you guys later, actually. Hold out in a bit. I'll be back in about 20.